Hey Nick, I wanted to do this video for you real quick to show you one way to get a nice clean border on this skull. Here's the skull ring I sculpted. So let's jump into it here. I would use just a quick mask and basically paint where you want your recessed area. This part doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to adjust it anyways when we get a mesh from it. Okay, basically that should work for us. So from there, let's go down to extract right here under the subtool. Go to extract. And you can play with these settings, but for this, you don't need to. Just hit extract. And then right under it, hit accept. And it puts our new cap in a new subtool. So go to solo, clear the mask. Let's look at the geometry. So now this geometry is really dense and it's also a little wobbly. So we will control click tap to delete the other geometry. We'll go to delete hidden. Delete hidden for you might be in geometry, modify topology, delete hidden right here. Okay. Now, since this is pretty heavy, let's reduce this down. Z remesher. I usually click half, adapt, off. Take this thing. You can basically take it all the way down. This is going to give us squares basically. Z remesh. And let's just keep going. And if you have symmetry on, it'll remesh symmetrical. Let's take it down one more. Let's go one more. Okay. So I had a little situation. We're back in action. So sometimes you get these. You can just move them around with your move brush. Get them to where you like them. This one I don't like. And that's better. Okay, this works. So we need to do dynamic. Let's bring in our skull. Solo. At this point, we can clean up the border a little bit. This is just dynamic mode. If you press D or Shift D, you'll get out of it. And I just want these nice clean borders. Okay, press D. Looks good. Go into Z Modeler, Q Mesh, hover over a polygon, spacebar, and hit all polygons. And what we'll do is just get some depth. So as you see now, it's inverted. If you go down to display properties, you should hit double and it'll just flip it. Go to solo mode. You can see when you apply dynamic, it softens everything. So we need to just put some hard edges on here under geometry, crease, and then crease PG, since each surface has its own color. It'll just crease up all the corners. Dynamic. Okay, what we'll do now is just set this up for a Boolean. It's kind of hard to set up. There, look how crisp and nice that is. Super clean. You want this thing deeper? What we can do is maybe just hide this. QMesh polygons all, hover on this poly on the bottom, and as you start pulling, actually, because it's all, let's just change that to polygroup all. And we can just drag this down a little bit. Nice crisp border. So to actually make this happen is you just want to click this up here in the top right, this make Boolean mesh, and this would be hidden in subtool. Boolean, make Boolean mesh. You want to activate dynamic because we have dynamic on our extracted surface. And then hit make Boolean mesh. And here we are. Now, you can just export this out like you did before and start laying stones. All right, man. Have a good one.